Good evening out there, and welcome to the first virtual but second annual Fit and Fabulous event. I am one of your pre-show hosts, Latoya Sloan McGraw, and to my immediate right, we have.
I am Roberta Tolan, and our job today is to make sure that y'all are hyped and ready for our fabulous event.
So, sit back and relax. We have from healthcare, and I mean from healthy mind care to healthy body care. We also have skin care, and y'all, if you want to get fit and fabulous, we got that info too.
So now, as we're doing our countdown, we want to hear from you. So don't be shy. Don't let those screens hold you back. We're going to be asking questions and doing games, and we want to make sure that you are dropping down any questions or comments or feedback you have in the chat. So we want to start off by knowing, where are you? Where are you logging in from? Where are you joining us from? We're actually filming right now here in Dallas, Texas. So Latoya, what brought you to Dallas, Texas?
Well, I've been in Dallas, Texas about 23 years, and actually the opportunities here in Dallas, Texas is unlimited. It allowed me to join one of the greatest grad chapters here in the Dallas Metroplex, Tau Rho Omega Chapter, as well as it allowed me to raise my family. And so I've had the ultimate football experience. So if you're a football mom, you know how that go. Friday Night Lights. In Texas, happy homecoming.
Yes, of course. Texas, football is most definitely religion, and it is mom season right now. And so moms are these really big, ornate things that people wear for homecoming. And believe me, there are moms that are actually bigger than the state of Texas, if you can believe that. So I am originally from Chicago, Illinois, Chi-Town, stand up, always, south side. You can take the girl out the south side of Chicago, but you can't take the south side of Chicago out the girl.
You bring her to Texas.
That's what you do. And how did I get to Texas? Because of the warm weather. Yes, and so we had no choice but to get here as fast as we could. So again, don't forget, tell us, where are you logging in from? In the chat, let us know.
Hey, and remember, this is an event for everyone. So please, we're going to repeat, use the chat. This is not a dictatorship. This is complete participation. We have numerous of guests who are coming to talk, but they're not coming to talk to themselves. They're coming to talk to you.
Yes, we do. And so while we're waiting to get more comments in the chat, let's talk a little bit about what is our favorite workout song. And so I know we all have a workout playlist. That's our old faithful that we use as tried and true. But tell me, like, what is that song that you hear that helps you get it in when you are working out?
Well, being that I've already told you I'm not from Texas, I'm in Texas now. I am from Louisiana, so I'm a dirty South girl. And if you know anything about the South, I love the Master P.
Oh, yes, the dirty South. It make you say, nah. All right, it looks like we have some folks that are here.
All right, we want to welcome Mr. Wiley from Wiley, Mr. Jan, or Miss Jan Hubbard from Charleston, South Carolina. Welcome.
Yes,
welcome.
we're so excited. So even though we are in Texas, it's good to see having a virtual event actually allows people to participate from all over the country. And so now, thinking about my favorite workout song, I am not a workout enthusiast, I must confess. I know you guys are surprised looking at me and my body filter. You think I work out, but I don't as often as I should. So my favorite part of the workout is the cool down. And so my favorite cool down song right now is by Summer Walker and Usher Raymond. Yes, I love me some Usher Raymond. Y'all can't say nothing about Usher Raymond to me.
But yeah.
Yes. And it is Come Through. So it's a remake of using his song before. And she just sings it. And when I hear that song, I know that my workout is like 3 minutes and 51 seconds coming to its end. So again, don't forget to tell us, what's your favorite workout song on your playlist? We would love to hear it because we want to add it to ours as well.
All right, so we're almost to 2 minutes, and so we have a few reminders we would like to remind you guys of. All right, one, please download your virtual program. We have people who have sponsored this event, and we're asking that you support those who support us and our causes. So please pull that program down and make sure to support those sponsors that are there.
Yes, we also want to make sure that you are pinning our Fit and Fabulous 2021 to your Zoom link. If you haven't done it already, go ahead and take the time to do that right now.
Also, our raffle winners tonight, we will have several raffles going on. And so if your name is called, and myself or Miss Roberta will be calling your name, we need for you to text us your name and email address to 972-360-8672. Oh, quick shout out to another Louisianan, Miss Talisha Wilson from Gonzales, Louisiana. Hey, girl.
How you doing?
How you doing? And also Miss Kennedy from Columbia, South Carolina. Hey, girl, we see you out there.
Oh, yeah. I think the South is representing tonight, aren't they, huh?
Come through, South. Come through.
Summer Walker,
Represent.
come through. Look, 2:45. That's exactly what she says in my favorite song.
Yes.
We also want to remind you that this is a virtual event, but it is intended to be interactive. We want to hear from you. So put your questions, your comments into the chat.
All right. Also, we have several hashtags. So hashtag AKA 1908, hashtag AKA TRO, hashtag FitFab2, hashtag WOPCAF.
And last but not least, again, we want to hear from you. Feedback is a gift. And so after this session, we would love for you to complete our evaluation to tell us how much you love our Fit and Fabulous event and what you think we can do to improve for our 3rd annual event coming soon.
Yes, so we're just a few minutes away from the event. So, Roberta, I have a question for you. What is your favorite fruit?
So my favorite fruit right now, I must be honest with you because it's fall and we're in the fall season, is pears. And so I actually love Bartlett pears. Those are yummy, yummy, yummy. They're good and sweet, and I can't get enough of them. How about you?
Okay, well, I'm a fruit girl, so you can't really miss me with much. I love from grapes to apples, just fruits, bananas. You can't miss me, so.
Okay.
Fruit girl.
All right.
All right.
And so I know you are dying to hear about what I have on. Yes, and so I am rocking my body filter. Like I told y'all, I'm not the best at working out regularly, so I do it about 3 times a week, and I'm wearing this fabulous body filter. And right now, if you use promo code FitandFab2021 and go to busybody.com, you'll receive 20% off of your purchase through September 30th. And also 10% of your purchase will go to the Women of Pearls Community Action Foundation through October 23rd. And so now with that being said, we are ready to count down to the kickoff.
All right, y'all. It is 10 seconds, so let's do it.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And take it
Welcome
away.
to Fit and Fabulous 2021.
Well, hello. Welcome to Fit and Fabulous. Welcome to the 2nd annual Fit and Fabulous, but the first
virtual experience of Fit and Fabulous Health and Wellness Expo, brought to you by Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Tau Rho Omega Chapter, and the Women of Pearls Community Action Foundation. Our service area is located in Carrollton, Texas, but today it is the entire world. Y'all are joining from so many different places. I am Psychelia Terry, and I am super excited to be here with you. Remember, don't forget to use our hashtags.
I'm Jaretha Northcutt, and we are so glad to see you out there. We have an amazing program planned for you tonight and tomorrow. Please make sure you reference the virtual program guide for the schedule, PIN Fit and Fab 2021, so you can see us clearly. The instructions are in the chat.
Well, we'd like to thank our sponsors for their support. We couldn't do it without them. And let me be first to say thank you to Urban Hydration. Urban Hydration is a great and phenomenal partner and sponsor to this event. Use promo code Fabulous, promo code FAB25 to get 25% off at urbanhydration.com from now until October 1st. From me to you.
Thank you, Sakelia. In the studio with us today, we have President of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Tau Rho Omega Chapter.
Good evening. I am Gwendolyn Kimball, President of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Tau Rho Omega Chapter, and I am delighted to be here with you tonight and to welcome you as we launch our second annual, but first virtual, Fit and Fabulous Wellness Expo. Today, allow me to introduce our special guests. With us tonight, we have Mrs. Shelley Looper Wilson, International Secretary of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. She is also the 24th South Central Regional Director. We also have with us Mrs. Mina LaGrange, President of the Women of Pearls Community Action Foundation, and second Vice President of the Tau Rho Omega Chapter. Welcome to both of you. Other special guests here with us tonight who led this great effort and are keys to our success. Mrs. Nicole Harris, Chairman of Target 2 Women's Healthcare and Wellness, and Dr. Terilyn Scott Winfield, Chairman of and Visionary of this Fit and Fabulous Health and Wellness Expo. Our chapter, made up of nearly 200 dedicated members, have demonstrated great tenacity over the past year as they have worked passionately to bring this quality programming to you tonight. And we hope that you enjoy it as much as we have enjoyed putting it together for you. Again, thank you for joining the members of the Tau Rho Omega Chapter who live, work, and serve in Carrollton, Louisville, Coppell, Flower Mound, Irving, and surrounding communities, where we are committed to reflecting a vision of sisterhood and service while being fabulous. And as you can see, in fact, I am wearing one of the limited edition Fit and Fabulous t-shirts, pearled out like we do it. Sakelia, what are you wearing?
Oh my goodness, I'm so happy you asked, because in fact, I too am wearing a body filter. The Body Filter's founder, B. Lynn Murphy, creates each style using a considerate, user-centered design process. She founded the company with Black women in mind. She designs versatile gear that gives more consideration for the assets we embrace.
Yes.
Body Filter bodysuits, high quality bodysuits, are made to move, smooth, and soothe. Thank you, Body Filter, our fashion sponsor tonight. Our expo participants have the opportunity to use a promo code Fit and Fab 2021 to receive $20 off your Body Filter purchase from now until September 30th. Also, 10% of your purchase will be donated to Women of Pearls Foundation Community Action Foundation through October 23rd.
Oh my goodness, that is a great, great fit. I personally want to drink to that. Shall we?
We shall.
Okay, let's toast to it.
What are we drinking?
Well, I don't know. In fact, let's ask Katina. Katina Broadway is with us now. Katina, what are we drinking?
Good evening. I'm Katina, also known as Kat, of Kat's Coffee and Creamery, and I'm going to show you how to make a quick and easy mocktail that's sure to hit the spot while we're watching Fit and Fabulous. This grapefruit Paloma mocktail is a balance of 5 sweet and tart ingredients. For the sake of time, I pre-measured most of the ingredients and will mix it directly into a glass. First, we'll use 2 ounces of fresh grapefruit juice. We'll use 1 ounce of fresh lime juice. And for our third ingredient, we'll use 1 ounce of maple syrup. I was really surprised when I found this recipe using maple syrup as a sweetener. We don't typically think of that in a beverage. Once we have those 3, we'll give it a stir just so that we can mix all the ingredients together. Next, we'll add a few ice cubes to our drink. And then finally, we will top it off with sparkling water. I'm using a plain sparkling water, but feel free to use a flavored beverage type of your preference. And once we've done that, we can add a few grapefruit slices and top it off with a lime garnish. Pretty easy, right? Well, you also need some food to go with your beverage. What better than a charcuterie board to complement it? And so what I've done here is selected some of my favorite Italian-style meats, some cheeses, veggies, crackers, and a ranch dressing to complement it all. So whether you're watching alone or you're hosting a watch party, these 2, the charcuterie board and your grapefruit Paloma, are sure to be a fit hit. Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you. I am so excited. Listen, I am here so we can have a good time. So let's have a drinking game.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. We got this.
Okay. Every time you hear the word fit and fabulous, take a sip. I just said fit and fabulous.
Take a sip.
Just take a sip.
Okay. We would like to thank our gold sponsor, Rho Nu Lambda. Thank you, Rho Nu Lambda of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, Rho Nu Lambda Chapter. We would like to highlight the Rho Nu Lambda Alpha Scholars Mentoring Program. This program instills positive reinforcement for young men to make decisions about their goals and values and act in ways that support decisions. I would encourage the audience to register your young men, your young scholars, ages 12 to 18, for the program. Please register them at www.rhonulambda1906.org.
Fantastic.
And now we have our first raffle of the evening. Woo!
Yes. Well, I love a good raffle.
I do too. What do we have?
All right. Okay. Can y'all see it? Okay. Here we go. We have Urban Hydration. So we would like to thank Urban Hydration for being one of our fabulous sponsors. And now let's see who got this beautiful gift basket.
All right, so Libby Bow, you are a lucky winner today. So don't forget to include your email address to the number that was provided for the Urban Hydration gift set.
All right. First raffle done.
And then we also have Johnny Fairman, who also has won an Urban Hydration gift set as well. So, Johnny, don't forget to send your information in the chat for us. And now the second raffle gifts.
All right. This is from Busybody.
Busybody, body, yaddy, 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 right? And so that first winner there is Von Malone. Von Malone, don't forget to put your information in the chat for us. And then the second winner is Kappa Zeta. They also get a Busybody bag. And so those are our raffle winners for now.
Good luck the rest of the night.
we're pitching it back to you.
Well, I just love winning, and I love raffles. But more than anything, I love that Urban Hydration gift bag. You know, that's just.
Oh, I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do.
Well, while we're talking about skincare and hair care, I am super excited to introduce Kim Roxy. In fact, a dear friend of mine. Kim Roxy is the founder and CEO of Lamique Beauty, a clean beauty brand that caters to multicultural women. After opening her own brick-and-mortar makeup shop at the age of 21 in Houston with only a $500 investment. Kim Roxy ran that store for 14 years, realizing that millions of dollars in sales, and was the youngest African-American woman to have her products carried in a major department store. This woman is bad to the bone. In 2019, Kim Roxy pivoted her business and launched Lamique as an e-commerce beauty company. In 2020, Kim Roxy secured a partnership with an augmented reality company to launch an innovative tech-enabled website that allows consumers to digitally try on products. She has become a sought-after professional speaker and has most recently spoken for UPS, Chase Bank, and Bay Path University. Kim Roxy is recognized as an influencer, hosting events for Netflix, Paramount Pictures, and Tyler Perry Studios and NPR. But oh wait, we've got even more phenomenal talent on our panel now. Are you ready for this?
I don't think they're ready.
Oh, I don't think they're ready. Are you ready for this? Let me tell you, I'm so honored to be in your gracious presence. I am with Dr. Dornisha George Carter. I'm super excited to introduce you all to her. She is an award-winning, board-certified Dallas-Fort Worth area dermatologist who has let me say this correctly. She has, in 2011, Dr. Carter began her undergraduate studies at Cornell University.
So I moved to Dallas in 2011. I actually finished at Cornell in 2002.
Oh my goodness.
And I went to Baylor College of Medicine and I did all of my studies. I was the first black dermatology resident at Baylor College of Medicine. Finished that in 2010 and now I'm here.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so very much. I understand that you are also a member of Kappa Alpha Sorority.
Yes, I am.
Yes, and that is by the way of the magnificent Mu Epsilon chapter of Cornell University.
Indeed.
And that was in spring 1999.
Yes.
I love to hear that. You're currently now a member of our phenomenal chapter, or Omega Alpha Omega in Frisco. That's right. She values health and fitness, which is why we have you here today. Well, let's talk to you. We've got a few questions for you and Kim Roxy.
Absolutely.
Let's hear
Welcome,
it.
Kim Roxy. Kim Roxy, we know that you are the makeup expert here. So how do I choose a foundation?
It's best to choose a foundation, and thank you all so much for having me here. Psyche, it's so good to see you. Yes. So it's best to choose a foundation, really based on the undertone of your skin. So you want to check and see, what is the undertone of your skin? Are you more yellow? Are you more red? These are the things that help you to pick out the right color. And then always check along that jawline so you don't have that line of demarcation. That's very important when trying out the foundation. And what we found is that women sometimes have a hard time figuring out which color they wear. So we do something on our website. We just send in a picture and we custom blend a foundation for you.
Oh, you custom blend foundations.
Yes.
That is very good to know. So with that foundation, I know that some women love to use lip liner. So how do we choose a lip liner that's best for our makeup look?
Yeah, I would say, especially as women of color, to soften it up a bit. It's okay to wear dark shades and all of that because it's definitely fall, so you want to do that. But what I mean is sometimes as a young lady, you're told you got to wear a brown lip liner. Just because you're a Black woman, you got to put on brown lip liner with red lipstick, brown lip liner with any color you decide to put on. And what I would say is choose a liner that goes well with the actual shade that you're going to wear on your lips.
So if you're going to wear beautiful red, choose a more of a darkish red tone lip liner. You don't have to wear brown lip liner as if it's just like a staple.
Fantastic information. Thank you so much.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you. Dr. Carter, so what is the most essential skincare products that we need to use that we should definitely have in our arsenal?
That's an excellent question, and let me thank the ladies of Tau Rho Omega for having me here today. There are 3 things that everybody should have in her regimen: sunscreen, moisturizer, and a retinol. Easy to remember: sunscreen, moisturizer, and a retinol. And you need to find those things to incorporate in your regimen and do them consistently. Dry skin is aging skin. We all know that our grandmothers, they used Vaseline on their face. Vaseline's a little bit heavy. It can clog your pores and cause acne, but part of the reason why they look so young and why we all look so young, especially as women of color, is that we have a lot of oils in our skin. So we want to make sure we maintain that. A sunscreen, our skin ages just as everybody else's does, and we need to make sure that we are wearing our sunscreen and protecting our skin. And a retinol, we use that for fine lines, wrinkles. We know it doesn't crack, but it does fold. So you want to make sure you incorporate that into your regimen, and if you're going to go for a bonus point, add some vitamin C to your regimen for an antioxidant effect.
Okay. Make sure you wear your sunscreen, because I think as African Americans, we usually tend to skip the sunscreen. So thank you so much for that tip. So at what age should we start skincare?
Well, I really believe that great skincare starts when you're really young. So even my young boys, they know, okay, we're heading out to the pool or to a splash pad, and they coat themselves in a layer of sunscreen. So you teach them at a very young age to take care of their skin, because most of your sun exposure occurs before the age of 18. With that said, especially as women, we do a lot of things to our skin with makeup and makeup remover and just all of the exposures that we have.
Absolutely.
We want to make sure that we are addressing that when you're a teenager or a preteen. So start your teens on a small, easy regimen of a wash, a moisturizer, and get them into that habit. That way you don't need to build it later on when there's a problem.
Great, thank you. So you're talking about young people. So when is the best time to see a dermatologist?
So, well, I will say as a physician, seeing a dermatologist, most people are coming to me when they have a problem. I think it's absolutely fair to try things that are over the counter, but when you find that the items that you're using are either not working or they're making things worse, now it's time to seek professional help. I don't want you to go out to the store and buy a whole Sephora cabinet of stuff and none of it is useful. And sometimes we can help you navigate what you should use out of that cabinet. So, but it might also save you a few dollars.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Dr. Carter. Kim Roxy, question for you. So can you tell me how to contour my face? I'm not good at that at all. Help a sister out.
Well, to contour your face, funny enough, you don't need a lot of products to do that. You can do little simple things. So I'll show you this real quick since you asked me that question. Because when you think about contouring, a lot of times what you want to do is just accent certain things about your face. Okay, so when I think about contouring, I just want to make a preference because sometimes we'll take a trend, but a trend can be rooted in a place that does not amplify Black women's beauty.
Absolutely.
So if you have a wide nose, there is nothing wrong with your wide nose. Anybody got a wide nose? Let me see you in the comments, okay? You got a nose, it's all good. You're not trying to contour your nose to look like a European nose. Let's get that straight. And so when we talk about contouring, we're talking about just lifting up things, show off that beautiful wide nose. Don't try to make it seem like it's not there, right? But say, for instance, healthy contouring, I think, is certain things that you do to sort of bring up the face. So right here underneath my cheekbone, I might take like a darker shade. This is a deeper brown than my complexion. And I might go right along their jawline here. Okay, and what I can do is what this is going to do is kind of create this effect to make my cheek look a little bit higher, okay? So I am just using this color here, and this actually is a color that comes in a brow duo that we carry, and you can use it just as a contour shade, because remember, if you want to make things look slimmer, go darker. If you want things to look bigger, wear a lighter color. Okay, just kind of keep that in mind when you're doing contouring. But I kind of take this color here, and what happens is it creates the elongation of the face. Okay, and it sort of makes that top of that cheekbone pop. Okay, so that's a part of contouring. So that's just an easy way to do it. I love to do that because I like the cheekbones to pop. That's another thing. Black women's faces, women of color, we have such distinct cheekbones and lips and all of that, right? And so you kind of want to do that. Also, too, when you think of contouring, do it around the perimeter of your face, your forehead and that kind of thing. It's also really nice to take and sort of contour and kind of shade that out a little bit. It'll add some dimension to your face as well, especially when you're doing like these zooms and things like that. You look so washed out. So sometimes you got to take and sort of do that to kind of pull it up and bring it out.
Thank you so much, Kim Roxy. I have to go home and practice. Yeah. Okay, that's my next step. Okay, do we have, what is a good sunscreen, Dr. Carter, for women of color to use?
Sure. Well, there's lots of great sunscreens out there. Really, you want to make sure you have something that is an SPF 30 at a minimum. Anything below that, you're really not getting much effect out of that. And going really high isn't necessary. In women of color, people of color, the higher SPFs tend to look very chalky. And so you may not want to go too high, but SPF is your minimum. As far as a brand, I know there's the Black Girl Sunscreen brand that everybody loves. I think that's an excellent one.
I use that myself.
So,
hydration too.
Yes,
exactly. We have a sunscreen now.
Urban hydration.
Yes,
exactly. Yeah. So there you go. And so you have your sunscreen, and just make sure you apply it.
Thank you so much, Dr. Carter. Okay, so now we are going to go to polls. Do we have any audience questions out there? Questions from the audience?
I have a poll that I'd like to let's have some fun with the audience, in fact.
Okay.
Okay, let's play a game. Now, you may learn a lot about me with this game, but let's play a game called Never Have I Ever.
I'm all for it.
Are we for that game?
I'm all for it.
Now, we have to be honest, okay? All right. Here is a question. Never have I ever, oh my Lord, where's my clicker, going to bed with my makeup on.
I've never.
You've never gone to bed with makeup on?
Never.
Girl, I woke up this morning in a full face. I'm telling you the truth. Make sure you're on your pose. Let us know.
Dr. Carter just told you about skincare,
yes,
right?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Listen.
Got to remove it. Cleanse those pores.
Cleanse the pores. Micellar water's all there. I need to get my life right.
Urban hydration, micellar water?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
I told you I was going to be honest. Never have I ever, oh, this one's tough. Never have I ever used moisturizer on my face.
I have sometimes.
Moisturizer's not bad. Are you talking about like a heavy cream for your body on your face?
Or Vaseline on your You said. You said.
I don't know about y'all with the Vaseline and the cocoa butter.
Yeah. The shea butter is getting that nice deep.
It's good for down here, but maybe not for the face.
Okay.
Dermatologist is together. Okay. Never have I ever, washed my face before going to bed.
I always do.
Always. You are such a principled student.
And that's why you have beautiful skin.
Kim, what do you say? What's your answer? Never have I ever, true or false, gone to bed without washing my face?
Oh, I've done that before. I've definitely went to bed. I mean, I had college nights. I mean, I'm not sitting here.
Long night.
There has been plenty of nights in my past.
Yeah. Listen, with a slice of pizza right by my face.
Exactly.
See, now you're telling your secrets.
Okay. Secrets to my beauty success. Okay, I've got another one for you. Are you ready? Oh, we just talked about this. Never have I ever worn sunscreen when going outside.
As I've gotten older, I have worn sunscreen as I've gotten older, not when I was younger.
And we have to.
We should, yes. Because sun-exposed skin is aging skin.
Yep. It's aging skin. It definitely ages your skin, almost like smoking does.
Indeed.
Okay. Absolutely.
Here's my last one.
Okay.
Never have I ever skipped wearing lotion, lotion like knees and elbows lotion, because we say lotion. Never have I ever skipped wearing lotion because I was in a rush and could not put any on.
I have.
I have several photos that tell the truth about that one.
Exactly.
You have those ashy ankles.
Listen, several photos have been pointed out. So my truth is out.
It looked like you were dancing in flowers.
Dancing in flowers, that might be true. What do you think about lotion? Do we need lotion in our life?
We need lotion in our lives, but yeah, I think everybody's going out with an ashy elbow or two.
Yeah.
So that's okay.
Just maybe. Once or twice.
Kim, never have you ever, or have you ever?
Oh, definitely. But, the thing about being dark skinned, and ashy is just, it's not good for cameras. It's not good for cameras. It's not good for cameras.
It shows up so quickly, doesn't
Immediate attention. Immediate.
Goodness. I did not ask for that attention. Well, this was super fun. Thank you so very much. Oh, well, before we say thank you, we've got a question from the audience.
Okay. What is the best nighttime skincare routine? Dr. Carter?
Well, I think this could also go with Ms. Roxy here, and that we both can comment on different things that we can do in our routine. But really, you want to start with a gentle moisturizer. And remember, I was saying sunscreen, moisturizer, retinol. Well, your moisturizer and sunscreen are in the mornings, and at night, you want another moisturizer that has your retinol in it. So you wash your face with something very gentle. You apply your retinol. If there's any medications or serums, you always apply those first, and then you put your creams on top of that. So that's a very easy regimen. Keep it very, very simple.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dr. Carter. Kim Roxy, no, go ahead.
Sorry, I was just going to say, I just add on to that. One thing that I think we should think about, because we wear a lot of eye makeup, especially we have our mask on, so our eyes is really where we kind of show out, is using an eye makeup remover. And because sometimes our cleansers and stuff do not get off our eye makeup. And so you have lash glue on your eyes, you got mascara from last week, and you're like, yeah, I washed my face, but your eye makeup didn't come off, so just, having an eye makeup remover specifically for the eyes, and that's gentle, because sometimes you also can put a cleanser in your eyes and burn your eyes, right? It hurts. So having a specific eye makeup remover really helps at night, right?
Absolutely.
Love that. Micellar waters I found, which are also available at
Urban Hydration.
Yes. Urban Hydration has a good
we
one.
have some special guests that have also joined us.
We would like to thank Dr. Carter as well as Kim Roxy for joining us today. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you. And anybody wants to go to our website, we have a code for Fit and Fab 2021 for 15% off tonight and the rest of the week.
You are so generous.
Thank you so much. I know Dr. Carter will be staying with us, but now we have our raffle number 2 of the night.
All right.
This is so exciting to be able to be like our very own little virtual Oprahs, right? You get a raffle gift, you get a raffle gift, you get a raffle gift. And so what we're going to do is we want to remind our raffle winners to make sure that they put their name as well as their email address in the chat. We have Jan Herbert, who has won Urban Hydration. Rachel Jaggers, who's won Herbal Hydration as well. And then we have Rosie Williams, who has won the Le Charme Beauty Glow Facial. And then we also have Michelle Hill, who has also won the Le Charme Beauty Glow Facial. And again, those raffle winners are going to make sure that they text in the chat their name, their email address to 972-360-8672.
All right, and now a word from one of our great sponsors. Sit back and watch.
Our Friday night Fit and Fabulous Diamond sponsor, we would like to recognize Sunday to Sunday.
Did someone say fit and fabulous?
I did.
Let's drink to it.
I'll drink to that.
Let's talk about Sunday to Sunday. We've even got a guest that's joining us from their company. Sunday to Sunday is one of the leading textured hair care brands for active women. They believe in that nothing should, especially not your hair, should hold you back from living the life, your special life, to the fullest. The products are made with active botanicals that remove sweat, relieve itch, and balance moisture, and even maintain your health from your hair pre and post and during your workout. When used daily, the proprietary formulas are proven to deliver a healthier scalp in just 28 days. All right. Well, let's talk, because joining us again is our award-winning dermatologist, so we can talk skin all the way to scalp. I've heard it called skinification, just skin and scalp. So let's talk about our skin and our scalp together, because it's definitely together. And we also have Dr. Corey Grayson. Dr. Corey Grayson is a biomedical engineer and a diversity advocate in STEM. Dr. Grayson attained her MS in 2017 and her PhD in 2020 in biomedical engineering from Cornell University. Cornell is in the house today. Yes.
Representing.
I represent Cornell. However, I did read this too, so I want to be sure we talk about Michigan, because you're currently studying at your postdoctoral research. You're a fellow at University of Michigan in chemical engineering. All right, shout out to Michigan there. Okay, Dr. Corey Grayson continues to do advocacy work doing community service and workshops and speaking engagement. Welcome to our Fit and Fabulous Expo. I just want to drink. Okay.
Well, you take your drink. Welcome, Dr. Grayson. Dr. Grayson, so we all know how women of color feel about our hair and working out. Once we sweat our hair, our weaves, our wigs, we tend to kind of shy away from working out as much because of that. Can you kind of talk to that point?
Yes, I, work out and getting back into the routine, especially after the pandemic and gyms were shut down. So when I work out, I like to make sure that I use protective styles, but also make sure, they're not like pulling on my edges or really doing too much damage to my hair that's already like fragile, especially in certain spots. And so I know a lot of times we have the stigma and don't necessarily see a lot of Black women in the gym because we're so concerned about our hair. And so Sunday to Sunday is great because it allows for that process of the in-between wash days. So instead of like going for that full-on wash day, which can take hours, I know it does for me, for my hair, Sheila, it takes a while, but when you have these kind of products that can really like get to your scalp and like do this in between and rebalance that kind of pH balance, it really just makes a difference in actually encouraging a workout routine while also, maintaining that moisture and that balance that you need on your scalp in order for your hair to grow. So don't let it deter you. We can have relaxed hair, you can have braids, you can have any type of natural hair, and then these products will definitely help you maintain that hairstyle, but also have a good, healthy, active lifestyle with working out.
So in other words, don't allow our hair stop us from being fit and fine.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. So how can we, Dr. Grayson, protect our edges before and after workouts?
So Sunday to Sunday has a great product. I have it here, Edge Flourish. And so what you can do beforehand is before you go to the gym, lay this or apply this to your edges, and then this will help protect them if you wear like a scarf or a hat if you go to the gym to really exercise and, kind of protect your hair, during that process. And then I like to also do a thing at night after post workout as well, but specifically at night, I like to put Edge Flourish on my edges and do like a good deep scalp massage. And so what that does is increasing that blood circulation, get those follicles kind of wakened up. That way we can keep those not as robust hairs on our edges, but keep them kind of healthy and alive. And so as a way to protect them as well. And plus your body repairs itself at night. So it's a good kind of protective thing to do at night and kind of wake up again and protect yourself before you go to the gym in the morning.
Thank you so much. And speaking of edges, Dr. Carter, how can we kind of combat tension alopecia?
The hardest thing about hair loss and tension or traction alopecia, marginal alopecia, whatever term you want to use for it, is that the very cause of it is the tension, and you really just have to stop it. So if you're constantly pulling on those edges, just like anything else, if you keep pulling them out, eventually it's going to say, well, I'm not going to grow anymore, right? So we have to start early. I've seen children as young as age 1 with tension or traction alopecia on the edges just because mom's pulling it into that slick back hairstyle. We have to allow our edges to be free, and I think with great products, you can get the style you want without causing the damage.
Absolutely. So is there any way to get our edges back if we suffer from that problem?
There are a couple of things that you can do. First off, of course, stop the style or change your style up so that the tension isn't pulling quite as hard. But then as far as different medical things, there's been studies that have shown that minoxidil, which is the generic name of Rogaine, can help out with that. Platelet-rich plasma injections. Sometimes when the tension is very new and just happened, you just had your weave taken down and the edges are struggling, getting injections of steroid, but really it's just being tender and gentle with those edges from the start.
Okay, thank you so much. So Dr. Grayson, what care is recommended for protective styles?
So with protective styles, of course, it's protecting your natural hair, but a lot of times we forget about the scalp and also keeping our hair moisturized as we go on about our daily routines. And so what the great thing is about Sunday to Sunday is it's a whole hair care, product combination that can help you maintain those protective styles, but also keeping your hair moisturized under them as well as those edges protected. And so we have, pre-workout, you can use your Edge Flourish, and then post-workout, we have our Root Refresh, which is something that I like. It definitely smells very good. But what it's doing is definitely getting to the scalp and allowing you to kind of rebalance that kind of pH that has been thrown off from the sweat that accumulates. And so you have these salt crystals, which can clog the follicle, but also, interact with other bacteria and then leave that stanky smell that we get when we work. So there's definitely a good product, which I have right here, which is really, really great. And so micellar water, that technology that we were talking about with the cleansing and the makeup to definitely remove the bad oils, but keep the good. And then you also have Revive Me, which is another step that you can do afterwards to kind of revive those curls, as well as that hair under those protective styles to make sure you're getting that hydration and that moisture, not only on your scalp, but now your hair. And then, of course, you have one of my favorites, which is the Soothe Me, which has peppermint oil in it, which relieves itch in like 15 minutes. And so I use this a lot after I work out because I only wash my hair about 7 to 10 days, which is like a good recommended amount for keeping your scalp clean. And so in between, I like to add that to really remove and like relieve any scalp itch, as well as like kind of increasing that circulation to keep healthy hair. So make sure you're maintaining like some type of regimen, not all before and after wash day. And so that's where Sunday to Sunday comes in, and it's a great regimen to have to keep that hair healthy and also reach that optimum scalp like activity to have that healthy growing hair.
I love it. Sunday to Sunday has something for everything. I like it. Thank you so much, Dr. Grayson. Dr. Carter, so we know that some women suffer from psoriasis or dermatitis. How can we combat that in our scalp?
So also, excellent question. So psoriasis and certain types of dermatitis, they have different origins. So psoriasis is something that is genetic. It's built into you. If you're going to get it, you're going to get it. If you need help with it, that's where you seek out the help of a dermatologist, right? Mm-hmm. But with seborrheic dermatitis, also known as dandruff, there are some over-the-counter things that can help you, such as the things that you've heard of, the Head and Shoulders, and all of those things. The problem is that they can be very drying to the hair. And so using products that help restore that moisture, but also take the yeast off the skin that cause that inflammation and scaling and crusting that we see, that is very, very important. So it really depends upon the type of scalp issue you have, and if you've tried something and it didn't work, call me.
Okay. Absolutely. Okay, so speaking of scalp dermatitis, can that cause hair loss? That's one of the questions that I have about that.
Absolutely. Scalp dermatitis can cause hair loss in a couple of different ways. One, let me start with this analogy. I refer to the scalp as a garden, correct? And we're trying to grow beautiful flowers. If you have an unhealthy soil, how do you grow beautiful flowers? So you have to have a healthy scalp, a clean scalp, a well-moisturized scalp. So when, you just want to make sure that you're addressing that. And I think I've lost my train of thought.
That was so good. I know, right? My hair is a garden.
So your hair is a garden. You want to make sure that you are taking care of the soil as much as anything else. And I don't think I answered your question. Can you repeat it one more time for me?
I was asking about hair loss with dermatitis. Yes,
with dermatitis, yes. So if you have an itchy scalp, you can take out the hair just by scratching it. Okay. Our nails are very, very sharp. Okay. And so sometimes we're scratching it out in the middle of the night and we're getting at it and you don't even realize it. And we have to realize that our hair is very, very fragile. So even more damage to it makes it break off and fall off more easily. And then the actual inflammatory condition or whatever condition you have can cause hair loss in and of itself. And I think it's a long topic to discuss exactly what those might be, but there are plenty of things that can cause hair loss all by themselves, some of them permanent. So if you're losing your hair, don't waste time.
Okay.
Get some help. Sometimes it involves a biopsy. We have to look into things, but I see hair loss versions that we can restore and others where we're just trying to stop it and keep it from going any further because I can't bring it back.
Okay, so, absolutely.
Doctor, it just came to my mind. Is this now doctor recommended then, the pat? Is that should I not be scratching? Is the pat a doctor recommended?
I think the pat, if you have to pull it out, I think it's just fine, So you got to do it. So, but it is actually better than scratching.
Okay, Doc, can you use Soothe Me on box braids when they start to itch? Dr. Grayson?
Yes. What I also like about this product as well is the nose applicator. So it goes directly to your scalp and to the places that you want it to, specifically with box braids, cornrows, even weaves, protective styles, and it'll go straight to the root. And so you can definitely use it with any protective style. Again, I love anything that has a needle nose, so I can go straight to my scalp because that's where I really have a lot of sometimes inflammation and itchiness. So I definitely would recommend Soothe Me for that.
Absolutely. I also see here that Sunday to Sunday products are cruelty-free, vegan, and gluten-free. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yes. So I think a lot of times us as naturalistas, or you have locks, protective styles, you want to use, product lines that are vegan, cruelty-free, because, that's ethically, you're doing like a good job with supporting, but also it has more natural products in it that are really, really good for our hair. So for instance, they have different herbs and extracts as well as oils that are really good for, maintaining that balance that you need in order to have a healthy scalp. And so having that type of emphasis on a product line specifically made for African American Afro textured hair really is something that you should look into and really think about. And so for me, I like to look up ingredients and see what's in them. So because that helps me choose the line and lets me know whether they're using more preservatives or things that are drying to the scalp, like certain alcohols, versus things that are more nourishing, like a safflower oil or sunflower seed oil, or coconut oil, which are all in here. Even banana extract, which helps keep your hair nice and moisturized and reducing those split ends and keeping your hair healthy, as well as your cuticle closed, to kind of really maintain that great environment. So definitely there's benefits in looking to that, especially a line that's catered to women that look like me and you with our beautiful curly textured hair.
Absolutely. I love a cruelty-free product. Yeah. Thank you so much, Dr. Grayson. And now it's poll time.
Fun time.
Yes.
Here I am. Let's talk about it. Are y'all ready? Remember the rule of this game.
Okay.
Of this Fit and Fabulous game.
Okay. Drink to that.
Let's ask a question about that hair. Is your hair natural or chemically treated?
Natural, of course.
Which one? Let me ask you another question. Do you wear protective styles? Do you or don't you? Never. Have you ever? Have you ever worn a protective style?
Twist outs, mostly for me.
Twist outs.
How about you, Dr. Carter?
I've done it all. Twist outs, braids, cornrows.
Okay.
So you name it, and I've done it.
Absolutely.
I think you know my answer.
No, we don't. Why don't you tell us?
Scroll in, please.
Yes.
What'd you say, tight shot?
Okay. Have you ever worn, or do you wear any type? Okay, who wrote these questions? Any type of wig or weave? Never. Have you ever?
I
never.
Don't. Oh, have you never?
I have never.
Have you ever?
I have never.
Never ever.
Never ever. How about you, audience? Ever.
Oh, okay.
Ever, honey. Ever. Okay. Doctor?
Oh, me.
Wig or weave?
Well, I've not had a wig, but I've had plenty of hair in my bathroom in a nice box.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
We do
That's right.
like
Keep her protected.
We do, yes.
Okay.
Okay. Protect us. Okay, last one. Do you, never have I ever, flat iron, barrel curled, or straighten your hair? Never, sometimes, or ever?
Yeah, I'll be getting that on Monday.
Okay. Now that I'm natural, not as often,
Yeah.
maybe 10% of the time.
Yeah.
Do I flat iron?
Yeah,
Mostly when it's time for a trim.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Dr. Corey Grayson, what's your answer? Never have you ever? Have you ever? Wig, weave? Let's get that answer. Barrel curl, straighten?
So I've never worn a wig. I just never have.
I haven't either.
Weaves, extensions. I have ponytails. I'm in lab. I have a long ponytail down my back. I kind of don't care. I wear all kinds of different styles. As far as flat ironing, heat can really do a lot of damage to your hair as well as constant curling. So I only straighten my hair once a year. It's straightened now that it's in a bun, but normally Sheila's out, she's curly, she's vibrant, and that's how I normally like to have them.
Yes.
Yes. Well,
My favorite.
yeah, I think, I still do that thing, and maybe I'm old school, but I press my hair once a year for Easter. And that's about it. I got that Easter hairstyle.
That's old school. But it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I still kind of get nervous about the iron and everything. It's like,
You should.
Burn my ear.
That's all right.
Do we want to know, I guess some of our audience members wants to know about healthy hair tips.
Yes. What are some healthy hair tips that you may have for any type of hair?
Very good. Well, I think one of the things that people really have in mind when they think of healthy hair is length. And so, length is about having, again, the healthy soil, but then keeping the flowers healthy and watering them.
Okay.
So we do need to wash our hair, right? So we do need to wash our hair, do that regularly, moisturize our hair. And I think that Dr. Grayson can probably speak more to some of the products that you use, because I get it to grow out the garden and she gets the flowers to grow beautifully.
I love
Absolutely. Thank you so much. We would like to thank Dr. Carter as well as Dr. Grayson for joining us today.
This has been such a good.
It's been very enlightening, very
I had
enlightening.
so much fun with this fit and fabulous conversation.
Okay, while she takes her drink, we have a set of Sunday to Sunday products to raffle off.
Well, welcome back. I was thinking as we were talking about wigs, I think we need to give more shout outs to wigs. I name my wigs. I name all of my hair.
Well, for me, I just love to go to the shop and get it done. So, what's some of your names?
So, yeah, we ain't gonna go into that. I think we're gonna thank our fabulous sponsors. Look, we could talk about that tomorrow, for all of their contributions on helping us with these amazing raffles. And so our winners are Carmelina Jaggers for Urban Hydration. We have Joanne Barnes for Urban Hydration. Sonia Shelby for Deep Thoughts book from Rhonda Reese. Dina Bossa for Deep Thoughts book from Rhonda Reese, and then Dorothy Scroggins won this fabulous Sunday to Sunday gift set. And so, Dorothy, I'll be reaching out to you because I love this set. It looks fabulous.
All right. Don't forget, if you are a winner, please text your name and your email address to 972-360-8672. Once again, text your name and email address to 972-360-8672. Now, back to the couch.
Thank you so much, ladies. Now we would like to recognize our gold sponsor, Rhonda Reese. Rhonda B. Reese believes in giving back to the community and contributes to nonprofit organizations like Keep a Child Alive, Fisk University, Susan G. Komen Cancer Foundation, and many more. She is a member of Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, the Tau Rho Omega Chapter. Rhonda B. Reese is a young female who has been inspiring people through her written words and songs since she was in the 6th grade. Her poetry has been published 5 times in various books, magazines, and newspapers. She is a professional who has been working in the technology field for over 18 years. Her motto, "Passion is your purpose." She uses this to inspire and ignite people towards their next level. Our raffle winners will receive a copy of Deep Thoughts, Living Life Again, Part 1 by Rhonda B. Reese.
Awesome. Well, I am really excited about this next segment. Let me tell you, it's really touching, it's invigorating, and I truly believe that it will get us all moving hopefully getting us to get activated and get active. We've got some amazing people even in our audience that was a part of this fantastic fireside chat. I am not going to hold us any longer. I have the opportunity to be a part of this very, very powerful and invigorating fireside chat.
Thank you so much again for joining us. I am so very, very excited to introduce our state representative. Will you please introduce yourself and let us know where you're located and who are you representing today?
Hello, and thank you so very much. Thank you, Psyche, and thank you to my Divine Nine Sisters of Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. It is an honor to be here with you today. I am State Representative Retta Andrews Bowers. I represent in the Texas House District 113, and that includes parts of Rowlett, Garland, Mesquite, Balk Springs, all of Sunnyvale, Seagoville, and a little bit of Combine currently. As you may know, in Texas, we are in our third special session and touching on redistricting. So we are looking at the maps and hoping to advocate strongly for fair maps when it comes to keeping our democracy intact. And I just want to say, you know, I'm in my sophomore term, and it has been, outside of mothering, it has been the honor of a lifetime.
Well,
Thank you so much.
I'm so thankful to be able to have the opportunity to speak with you, and more than anything, something that's so personal to me, to my business, to my family, to my daughter, to my sons, and that's our hair and how our hair has been discriminated against, and how we've got some opportunities, not just here in Texas, but across the country. So I'd love to just ask you some questions and find out at the end of this, how can we get involved and how can we support for not just me, but like I said, my daughter and other women across the country?
Well, thank you so very much. You know, I'll say, as I said, it truly has been an honor to serve and is a complete honor, but being approached from Washington to carry and introduce the Crown Act here in Texas was a real honor. And I always admit that, Psyche, it was not something that I thought was possible, and not even possible to get it to where we did during the regular session. So, you know, the best way to get involved, you know, is, one, we have to stress the importance of, as you said, this type of legislation being a protection, putting protections in place for not only us as Black women, but Black men, and our children. You know, one thing that really struck me early on is that, again, this is just racial discrimination. It is about inequality and injustice to us as a people. And, you know, it seems that we're always looking for acceptance. And this is something that we shouldn't even have to deal with, but we know that these conversations have been happening, whether women are deciding if they'll change their hairstyle for a job interview. Our daughters are cheerleaders, and they're trying to figure out how best to style their hair to match the squad. Or people are getting passed over for job promotions or not even being considered. So it is just important that we stand up. I always think about my grandmother, who talked about our crown being our glory, and that we must protect it. So to be asked to carry this type of civil rights legislation, just in my second term, coming back to the legislature, it was a complete honor.
Oh my goodness. Well, we definitely want to know how can we advocate for others that that we see or ourselves that are discriminated against in the workplace due to our hair?
You know, we have had those conversations. We're having them in the beauty salon and in the barbershop, but it has been, for me, probably a little over 2 years now, I guess, that I've been talking about it. So we can't be silent about the things that are happening, the things that we're witnessing. And so it's one of those things, like when you see something or you hear something, say something. Because our children really are being pulled out of classes, being unable to graduate with their class and their classmates. You know, I think about the young man that was on the sidelines during his basketball game and the scissors came out. People are talking about sharing testimony about parts being painted in with Sharpies. So the best way is to protect our community is to not only pass legislation like the Crown Act. It has passed and it continues to pass state after state, but we have to keep working. I will say that cards were written, letters were written. So postcard writing is a good way. Calling your representatives, whether that's at the local level and the federal level. You know, just find out who your state representative is. When we laid this bill out here in the regular session in Texas, we had over 1,500 signatures, and that was statewide. So we just got to keep growing those lists. And I want to say thank you to the work that's already been done. And I want to say as well, the foundation has been laid, and I'm prepared to reintroduce it in the next legislative session. So we have our work cut out for us, but we cannot stop with a platform of education and awareness right now.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is AC Eggleston Bracey, and I have the privilege of leading the beauty and personal care portfolio for Unilever in North America. And one of our biggest brands is Dove. I'm really proud of the work that we've done, Dove and the Crown Coalition, to champion the Crown Act. And I'm looking forward to engaging more about the Crown Act and the impact that we've made to help champion to end race discrimination and empower and celebrate the beauty that is naturally ours, that comes through in our hair and everything that we do.
Well, all right. Well, thank you, Sora AC. I am so excited to have this conversation with you, and we're so honored that you are joining us tonight. I am Cooper Wilson. I am a proud member of the Tau Rho Omega Chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, and we, in partnership with the Women of Pearls Community Action Foundation, are bringing tonight including you tonight's event, our second annual but first virtual Fit and Fabulous Health and Wellness Expo. Now, I also had the honor of serving National Secretary of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. And as I was preparing for our conversation, it really struck me how, well, I knew that hair was a critical part of my life, as I change my hair as often as I change my mind, probably. But my entire corporate career has been in hair care. My very first job ever was with Proline Corporation here in Dallas. So I worked in advertising, and then later as a brand manager for the ethnic brands at Sally Beauty Company, which is located here in Denton, Texas. So my corporate journey has been in hair. So I'm so excited for this conversation tonight. And we know as African-American women, the struggle we have with our hair and the challenges we face in deciding how we present ourselves to the world or how the world will view us. So the work that you are doing around the Crown Act is so important. And because I know that we are on a time crunch, I want to get right into it, if that's okay.
That's okay. And I want to say I'm a proud member of Alpha Kappa Alpha. And so if it's okay if I call you Soror.
Of course.
I love the connection and commonality of the work that you do or have done.
Yes, I love that. I am so excited. So I know we have a range of people that are joining us for this expo, and not everyone may be as familiar with the Crown Act. So can you share a little bit with us about how it got started, what was the impetus, and your key role? Because I know that you're a driving force behind this initiative.
Oh, thank you. I'm proud to talk about it. Dove co-founded the Crown Coalition. Crown stands for Creating a Respectful and Open World for Natural Hair. And we did so because we've been a longtime champion of beauty inclusivity. And in that, how can we drive beauty inclusivity when young people, adults, are not welcome today fully in schools and in society because of our hair? You'd see countless stories of kids expelled from school because they get all dressed up on the first day of school in their braids, and they're sent to the principal's office, and in some cases the nurse's office, and told they need to leave school until they get rid of their braids, their twists, their bantu locks. And we would see this over and over again. And then we've also seen cases of people that were turned away from their jobs. It said you can have this job, sometimes working in a call center like Chastity Jones, and you can have this job if you get rid of your locks. So how is that inclusive beauty? It isn't. And so with all these issues, on behalf of Dove, and when I joined Unilever, we said this should not be so. And not only should this not be so, we can make a change. So I had the opportunity to talk to a group of legislative officials who were proudly Black legislative officials with textured hair themselves, and highlighted this issue. Many weren't aware because many of us didn't aware that it was perfectly legal to do this, and asked that we work together to champion change. And at that time, then Senator Holly Mitchell said, wow, I'd love to make a difference in this area. So Dove founded the Crown Coalition, and I'm so proud to say AKAs are a member of this coalition. It's over 80 organizations of us championing for this change in legislation. So we have 14 states now that have passed the Crown Act, supported by the Crown Coalition, but then that means there's 36 more states that haven't. So we're just getting started.
Yeah, well, that's great. The last statistic I saw said 43 had not. So I'm so excited to hear that more have joined on to pass this legislation. And let me just say, I am just overflowing with pink and green joy, because when we think about how hard to have women at the table, we talk about having that at the table, and you are merely not just merely taking up space, you are creating change and doing so many good things with the power that you have with your position. And in the work with the Crown Act, being able to have the support of a global brand that's so worldwide recognized like Dove surely helped with that advocacy efforts and moving that legislation forward. So what about here in Texas? Do you have any information on, I know we have a lot of challenges here in Texas, but what about the Crown Act? Is that something we need to get behind and add that to our list as well?
Absolutely. And we've been on the good fight trying to get the Crown Act passed in Texas. And it makes a difference to hear that you support it. Your legislative officials in Texas are repping you and trying to make it happen. And, I would be remiss to say it's been easy, because it hasn't. But everything worth doing is worth the fight. So how can you help and make a difference? First is sign the petition. Go to thecrownact.com and sign the Crown Act petition. Right now, we have 326,000 petition signatures. We are striving for 500,000 signatures. That's at scale. Second, when you go to the crownact.com, you sign the petition, you can also send your legislative official a letter. It's automatic. It's easy to do, to let them know this issue matters. That's the kind of currency your legislative officials need to help get the Crown Act passed. So you can absolutely make a difference.
Okay, got it. So can you repeat that website one more time, just in case somebody was trying to grab a pen to write that down?
thecrownact.com.
All right.
No spaces, thecrownact.com. It's super easy. It takes less than 5 minutes to sign the petition and then have the system send your legislative official, when you put in your zip code, an automatic letter letting them know that we need the Crown Act in Texas. The other thing that we're doing, in case we're not able to get it passed in Texas, is we are fighting for federal legislation. So we passed in the House in 2020, but we didn't pass in the Senate. So we have submitted between two Congress people for the Senate and the House to get it passed for 2021. So fingers crossed. You know, they're doing an incredible job. Cedric Redmond, we've got some great legislative officials championing the Crown Act nationally.
Oh, and what do we need to do to help show our support nationally as well? Can we also visit the Crown Act?
Sign that petition. And, you know, that makes a big difference for the state level and for the national level. And you can go in and show both, again, the national legislative officials and the state legislative officials and the local ones, your support through the automatic email.
Okay, that is very great to know. Now, a few examples earlier of young ladies and women who have been against because of their hair. There are some people that may not feel it's that common. So how common is discrimination?
It's very broad scale. And there are all different kinds of discrimination that exists. Dove Crown Research Study quantified that 80% of women in corporate America believe they've had to change their hair to fit into corporate norms. That's 80%. We also have stats to say we're 3.5 times more likely to be given corporate grooming policies on what's appropriate for our hair or not. So there are a number of ways that this hair discrimination manifests itself. And then the other is just in terms of comments that are made. Oh, you changed your hair today. Oh, I liked it better the other way when we're wearing our hair natural. So there's a range of ways that hair discrimination exists. It exists in the first way that the Crown Act is advocating for, but it also exists in microaggression. So it's very, very prevalent.
That's true. I mean, I don't know a Black woman who hasn't heard those comments when they've come in with a different hairstyle or changed it up a little bit. Those microaggressions are real. And because this is a health and wellness expo, it's key because that adds to our mental health and wellness, dealing with those microaggressions or even with the stress of wondering, again, perceived, you know, based upon hair. Will they think we're not professional enough or sending a message not representative of their company? So I know our time is wrapped up. So for those watching, do you have any words to share in terms of what we can do aside from visiting the website, thecrownact.com, and signing the petition? How else can we help bring the Crown Act or get the Crown Act passed on the state and federal levels?
I would say spread the word, because a lot of people are not aware of the issue, even though we experience it. Spread the word. And when I say spread the word, it's in our environments as women, but it's also for the children. You know, I think about Dove and championing the Crown Act and founding the Crown Coalition. A big motivator was the next generation. You know, we do everything to tell our kids, raise your head high. We're Black and beautiful. But when you go into school and you're rejected, what does that do to our kids in the next generation? So the education is also for our kids, and it's also in the schools. So spread the word and drive education and help us make this make this a non-issue. Let's make sure hair discrimination is eradicated and eliminated nationwide.
Absolutely. Especially we have to do all we can. Three girls. I definitely want to make this world a better place for them and eliminate hair discrimination. Absolutely. Well, we are so excited again that you have joined us. Again, let's give a virtual round of applause for Ms. E.C. Eggleston-Bracey. She is the force behind the Crown Act, a visionary woman, a trailblazer. And thank you so much for joining us in this conversation as we talk hair politics.
Oh, what an honor. So great to be with you, sorors, and thank you for the conversation and looking forward to your continued support.
Thank you so much. And visit thecrownact.com. Everyone watching, sign the petition, find 10 other people to sign it. Let's get this legislation passed and eradicate hair discrimination.
Change forever. Shelly, thank you so much for joining us here live. What can we do? Just help us out. What can we do to get active? This one is close to home.
It sure is, and I'm glad to talk about it now. You heard our wonderful guest, Ms. AC Eggleston Bracey, the CEO. I don't know if you all realize how huge that is, the COO and EVP of Unilever, a major Fortune 500 corporation, who joined us for this Fit and Fabulous, I said Fit and Fabulous, panel tonight. She urged us all to go to thecrownact.com. So I urge everyone to go and do that and get others, because the only way that we can get this legislation passed is if those in the positions of power to make it happen understand that this is an issue that is very important to us. So please go to thecrownact.com, sign the petition, help us get this passed. And as we celebrate tonight, Black womanhood, all that is fabulous about us, let's make sure that we're all doing our parts to not perpetuate those negative stereotypes among one another. You know, we as Black women sometimes can be guilty of doing that ourselves. So let's work on ourselves, change ourselves in order to change the world, right? So as we work on ourselves, we know we have the inner work, but then let's also push for a bigger change legislatively by going to thecrownact.com.
Thank you so much, Shelly Looper Wilson, our International Secretary and 24th South Central Regional Director of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yes, so happy to have you for this.
You know, it's good to be home. I'm loving seeing all of my Tau Rho Omega sorors. This is so wonderful tonight. I'm having a great time.
It's good to see you as well. Thank
Shelly,
you.
I thought I heard you say Fit and Fabulous, son.
She did, and she'll drink to that.
A couple times.
There we go.
And now we have our fourth raffle of the night. Are we ready, ladies?
Oh, yes, we're ready with more raffles. And so, Devonna Hendarn, you have the Urban Hydration. Sherry Johnson, you've also won Urban Hydration. Michelle Jobert, you've won the Rodin and Fields Recharge Mask from Nikki Christmas. And LeCoute, you've won the Mary Kay Satin Lip Set from Kiada Upshaw.
All right, now to the winners, don't forget, we need for you to email your name, text and email your name and email address to 972-360-8672. Once again, 972-360-8276.
And we also realized, and this is hot off the press, that the Crown Act still needs 500,000 signatures. So please do your part. Make sure that you go to thecrownact.com and you sign the petition, and make sure you're sharing it on your social media as well. Encourage your family and friends to participate in the process. You can make a difference.
And remember, you're not just doing it for you, you're doing it for your future, your legacies.
And so as we're thinking about just the Crown Act in general, just again, making sure that you do all that you can to make an impact. And with that, we're handing it back over to the pink chair.
All right.
Thank you, ladies.
Yes. I'm having so much fun tonight. We have talked about hair care, pet care, skin care, And now let's talk a little bit about what matters most to me, nail care.
Nail care?
Nail care.
We're ready.
Yes. We have a lot of people to thank for this. We've got Mina LaGrange, the president of Women of Pearl's Community Action Foundation. We are also going to speak with Tina Clark, the Mission Delivery Director of Sisters Network, Dallas. And to talk about nail care, who best than a celebrity nail artist, Ms. Bernadette Thompson with the Bernadette Thompson Collection. And we've got a really fun thing to talk about. Bernadette, don't forget to talk to us about our Get Polished with a Purpose that we've got going on and the % off that we have, how we can all participate in that together. A driving force in fashion and beauty scene, Bernadette Thompson has created a trend-setting nail art for the world's premier fashion houses and have been featured in numerous editorial features. Thank you so much for joining us, all three of you lovely ladies.
Thank you so much, Psyche. Miss Mina LaGrange, the president of the Women of Pearls Foundation, Community Action Foundation. Can you please tell us what the foundation is about?
Absolutely. Thank you. Women of Pearl's Community Action Foundation is dedicated to supporting programs and initiatives that enhance economic and educational well-being. In addition, we partner with organizations who address health disparities and social inequality. I, along with 10 capable board members, seek out opportunities to work with partners who are just as passionate as we are about serving the community. We have worked with several organizations, but I want to specifically talk about one of our current partnerships. We're so excited to team up with Bernadette Thompson, nail artist extraordinaire. She's worked with some well-known artists such as Beyonce, Mary J. Blige, just to name a few. We're so elated that she's created a special nail collection just for Women of Pearls Foundation. A portion of the proceeds will benefit the Sisters Network Dallas. Its mission mirrors the foundation's. Both organizations are committed to closing the gap in health disparities by increasing awareness and promoting healthy living. So please purchase a nail collection kit and get polished with a purpose. Okay.
Thank you so much, Mina LaGrange. Tina Clark, what are some upcoming events for the Sister Network Dallas? Okay.
Her mute is on.
Tina,
can you unmute yourself?
I can't hear you.
Yes.
But I think I heard you say
I did. I'm
feedback.
sorry.
Yes, and she'll drink to that.
Yes,
Tina, thank you so much.
Tomorrow. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. We can hear you now.
Okay. On tomorrow, we will be having our Sisters Walk. This is a virtual walk, and this is our second year to do the virtual walk. We're excited about it. And you can still register. You just need to go on the sistersnetworkdallas.com to register for this walk. Once you register, this is the shirt that you will receive as a part of the walk. Also, we will have, since it's a virtual walk, you will be responsible for walking wherever you are. And on our website, you will be able to upload pictures of your walk and share them with everyone. So that's basically what's going on with the walk, but I just wanted to insert a few more things in there, and that's about what our goal is for Sisters Network, and that is to bring women together that are like-minded and experiencing cancer. And the important thing is that We raise money at this walk. That's our biggest fundraiser. And we take that money and we help people who are in need, who are experiencing breast cancer. And we just need to get that information out to the public so that we have women that there shouldn't be any African-American woman out there that is not able to have a mammogram. So, because we offer them mammograms, we also offer financial support to women who are going through breast cancer treatment. And we just need to let people know that.
Wow, thank
so
you.
that we can get the help out.
Tina, thank you so much. Bernadette, you are a huge person in thought for helping us raise some of these funds, yeah?
Yeah. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
So honored to be asked to help. I jumped on it immediately. Immediately. I've always wanted to do something, with the AKAs and now with the women, the Sisters Network. So I'm very honored and very happy to be part of this.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bernadette.
Well, let's I'm waiting for somebody to say fit and fabulous is what I'm waiting for.
Fit and fabulous. Allow her to drink to that. Thank you so much. Now, the colors that you've selected in your collection for the Women of Pearls Foundation, can you please talk on that a little bit?
Absolutely. These are the colors. We have a green, and let me just get back to the color names, which were chosen by the ladies at, oh Lord, I'm sorry, I'm so nervous.
No worries.
So Fit and Fabulous ladies, we got together and we discussed what colors we were going to do. Obviously, we were going to go with the pink, the green, and then we did the pearl white, and then a clear. So we have a green. I tried to get them as close as possible to colors that represent the AKA. And so we came up with these 3 colors. I don't know if you can see them. And then the clear, of course, your top coat to like seal it off and just make it super shiny and make sure it stays without chipping. So the names came from these ladies over here. The pink is Pretty in Pink. The green is Gorgeous in Green. And the pearl white, of course, is called Women of Pearls. And then with clear, it's called Perfectly Clear. And all of our colors are 7-free, so free of carcinogens, cancer-causing carcinogens. And yeah, like I said, I'm really excited. A portion of the proceeds will go to the Sisters Network, which we are happy to do and happy to support. Yeah, so I've been doing nails for 28 years. I'm a celebrity manicurist. So I don't work in a salon. I work on movie sets every day, all around the world, not just in America, but all around the world. And always wanted to really do something. I don't see a lot of us when you get to the level that I work in the industry. So I'm always looking to support women that look like me. And it's not only in the hair industry where they're asking you to change your looks. I too have been offered positions in the corporate part of the beauty industry where I was asked to change my look. Of course, you can tell I never did. But it's all over the place. I mean, it really is. So I'm 100% Black-owned company and the first Black-owned nail company in the history of the world, I believe. We're still researching that, but until this day, we haven't found anybody else. So yeah, it's the first Black-owned company and still 100% Black-owned. And I just want to give back.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Bernadette. Those colors represent our organization perfectly.
Yes, they do.
Thank you so much. And we would like to absolutely thank everyone for joining us tonight. We ask that you will check out our website.
Yes,
check out her website.
Post your pinkies.
Yes.
Post your pinkies.
Yes.
Is there a hashtag for that?
Yes.
Yes.
So for the month, can I say one thing? For the month of October,
Yes,
this whole month of October, you purchase your kit and just kind of tag us, go to your salon and have your salon tag us Sisters, Women of Pearls, Sisters Network, and Bernadette Thompson. And our BWAP is what we're calling the kit, the BWAP Women of Pearl Nail Collection. And we are going to have a couple of pop-ups also throughout the country in the month of October. So we'll let you know, or just go on BernadetteThompson.com or Women's of Pearls, and we'll keep you updated on where these pop-up shops will be.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for partnering with us. We would like to thank all of our panelists on tonight. And we are going to now, what's next?
Well, you know what's next. It's time to party, arty.
Yes.
I am so excited. First, let me tell y'all thank you to all of our sponsors. Oh my goodness, these were some phenomenal raffle gifts. And then don't forget, if you have the opportunity, please rate us tonight. If you had a good time, let us know about it. I want to hear some music. DJ 4.0, turn it up. Come on, we've got some studio audience.